What?
Yeah. Do Zeugles just go after anything that looks remotely like farm equipment?
Beats me. Let's just focus on ensuring they don't make matters any worse.
By the way, why do you keep looking over yourself?
Huh? Oh, no reason. Don't worry about it.
Looks like we've spotted one of Hoodle's friends.
Megasonic thrust! Be still! Megasonic thrust!
Raging storm! Here we go!
Ignite! Be still! Mirage! Lightning thrust! First strike!
I'll be primed and ready!
Armor won't save you!
I'm on it! Where are you going?
Well then, let's keep moving.
All we have to do is get rid of that thing, right? Oh man, I hope I live long enough to regret this.
Dreams!
Rising Phoenix!
Raging storm!
Castle!
You're often in pain.
Will this help? Eat this! Can't
Be still! Rising
Fine,
Phoenix!
free!
What can we do?
Castle! Sion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
Powered hurricane!
Any injuries? Way.
I'm on it! Rising Phoenix! Megasonic thrust!
Eagle Fly! I'll tear you apart!
Thunder Field! Let me help. Lightning
you are.
condemned!
I'm on it!
Glacial spear. Pierce evil.
Now!
Now!
Rising Phoenix! Not today!
Take this!
Hear me! Flame of fury! Burning!
Now you see what I can do!
Glacial spear. Pierce evil.
Freeze Lancer!
Whirlwind snap!
Mirage!
Blast in the wind!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion. That's no ordinary enemy I see over there. Is that the Zugor we're looking for?
I've got a really bad feeling about this.
Let the marksman handle this.
Rising Phoenix!
I'll end you!
Not on my watch!
Talon Hurricane!
Here's a healing
Take
arc.
this! Eagle Fly!
Lightning Thrust!
Tempest Claw! Swallow
Talon
Lightning!
Hurricane!
Hear me! Flame of fury!
Be still!
Gale Force!
Mirage! I'm on it! Dazzle!
That's enough!
Dance in the wind!
Lightning!
Air thrust! With this, I can become even stronger.
An opponent like this should be easy.
Rising
Phoenix!
Sleep now.
Slash!
More for the
Megasonic
stockpile.
Thrust!
Magic
Try this!
Defense. Here's a healing arc.
Eat this!
In here.
All mine!
Talon Sword!
Burn!
I'll be saving this one.
Shattering of Here, do it!
Dohalim! This one's got your name on it!
Action to action! We managed to pull through.
Let's dispose of the trash.
Swallow Blade! Try this!
I'm on it!
Here goes.
Infernal Turret!
Go get it. Lightning condemned.
Megasonic Thrust! Try this!
Water! Rip his hair!
Explosive Ring!
Raging Cascade.
I'm on it!
Now.
Look out, fire!
I've got this. Let a marksman handle it.
All yours!
This is it. I'm ready.
Lightning Thrust!
Talon
We did it!
Hurricane. First
Thunder
aid.
Dragon! Here! Try this!
Find a
Explosive Ring!
Well then, let's keep moving.
Gotta break through! Swallow Blade!
Confiscated.
Beat
This one's
Piston!
mine!
Eat this!
Mirage! Here!
Now.
Here I go!
Ignite!
How's this?
I'm on it!
Raging
Pesky airborne scoundrels!
Sounds like a job for yours truly!
Rising Phoenix! Thanks! Here! Be still!
Now you see what I can do!
Mirage!
Whirlwind
Swallow
snap!
Blade!
Talon Storm!
Infernal Turret! Onward and upward.
It's on!
Glacial spear!
Rising Phoenix!
Freeze Lancer. Lightning orb.
Here!
I'll heal you all.
Dazzle.
Lightning condemned.
Rising Phoenix!
Healing circle.
Here! We did it!
I can only rely on myself.
Shining.
Seems about right to me.
Is that the Zoogle we were told to dispatch?
Gotta break through! Lightning thrust! Rising phoenix!
I'm on.
Megasonic thrust!
Where are you going? Dance
Here.
in the wind! Steering flash! Reload! Photon
Pistol.
flash! Dance in the wind!
Not today!
Air drop!
Prepare to be sealed!
Glimmer flash! Into the shadows!
Not in your dreams.
The enemy wields arcs too.
You'll soon see about that.
Anything in order, all mine!
Wind astral energy.
That's the last of the Zoogles that were ruining the farm equipment.
Yeah. Thank goodness.
I mean, hey, I get the feeling. But were you really that worried about us winning?
No. Of course not.
Huh? We managed to pull through.
Okay!
Yeah.
You did it! Yeah!
Well... Hey.
Hey!
You need to stop this fixation with weapons.
But you're the same way about food. Are you planning to stop that?
You all arrived here from Cislodia, yes? In that case, you should depart via the south gate, rather than the one you arrived through.
After all that, Kisara never came back to see us.
I'm surprised she slipped away without us noticing. Where would she even go? I hope this place survives. You think the Danins and Renins have a chance of getting along? We didn't really do much to change things around here, did we?
This realm had its own walls to overcome. And in the end, it was the people themselves who decided to break them down, without any help from us. I hope they keep going. I really do.
Yeah, well, if you say so, I guess. Huh?
All right. I leave command of the Gold Dust Cats in your hands.
You've got nothing to worry about, Kisara. I'll do your brother proud.
Looks like it's time to go. Take good care of Zare for me. All right, Legil?
You've got it. Stay safe, Kisara.
Did you come to say goodbye?
Actually, I was wondering if you could use another companion.
Huh?
Well, we certainly don't mind you coming along. We just figured you'd stay behind and help rebuild. These people could use you.
I thought much the same thing. However, in the end, something changed my mind. Ever since Miguel died, I've been thinking a lot. About where I went wrong, what I should have done differently. You know, that sort of thing. It's true that our dream of coexistence saved many Danin lives, but we were naive and short-sighted. I was so wrapped up in my idea of how things should be that I didn't see the problems that existed right in front of us. I thought we had been given a utopia. And so I never bothered to look too far past its surface. I chose to be ignorant. And because of that, because of me, my brother...
Miguel's death wasn't your fault, Kisara.
Perhaps you're right. But in the end, it was me he entrusted this dream to. I learned that nothing in this life is free, or gained without sacrifice. Now that I know that, I'll just have to figure out what else I don't know.
So, decided to join us?
I have. And hopefully I can continue to protect Eldaman and Sia from outside the dream world, for the sake of those still inside.
And here I thought you joined for an opportunity on my life.
In all honesty, I'm grateful to you. I truly am. I don't blame you for what happened. But I must also leave your service. No longer will I be defined by protecting a Renin lord. From now on, when I fight to protect my dream. All I ask is that you do your part, that you fight alongside me, not just for those who used to believe in your dream, but for those that still do. Dohalim.
I understand. I'm no longer a lord anyway.
Well, this crew just gets bigger and bigger. All right, where to, team?
We make for Mahag Sar, the Valley of the Four Winds.
think Hootle senses something.
I'm amazed how easily you can move such a giant shield around like it's nothing.
Really? It's not actually as heavy as it looks.
It's really reassuring to have someone like you protecting us, though.
You know, I guess I never realized it before, but looking back, I've always been the sort to put myself in harm's way to protect those around me, even before I joined the Elder Guard. So, in a way, using this shield to keep you all safe feels like it's what I was meant to do.
You don't need to worry about protecting me. I don't plan on relying on you.
That's okay. It doesn't matter if you do or not. I don't protect people because they ask me to. I do it because I want to, and because I think it's the right thing to do. That goes for you too, Dohalim.
Me?
Yes. You see, you and I both want the same thing. We have the same goal. That means it's in my best interest to continue to protect and keep you safe as well. Even now.
I'm not sure how much protecting I'll need either, but I appreciate the thought. I'm sure you'll do us proud, Kisara.
Right. You can all count on me.
What was Kelzalik even after in the end?
Isn't it obvious? Clearly he wanted the throne for himself, and was gonna have his goons execute Dohalim to get it.
He had to have known he couldn't hope to defeat a lord. He should have run while he had the chance, instead of holding himself up in the palace.
Maybe he thought he couldn't run? Either way, the outcome's the same.
So he got desperate and decided to go for broke?
One might argue that he was another victim of mine, in a sense.
Huh?
There is no greater calling in life to a Renin than the crown contest, yet I refused to take part. The shock he felt at that must have been truly immense, enough to drive him to revolt, even though doing so meant defying Renin hierarchy.
I know I've said this before, but Danins and Renins wouldn't coexist here if it wasn't for your stance.
But that was no lofty idealism on my part, nor do I feel any pride at what occurred.
Spare us the pity party. You literally just joined us to uphold those ideals.
Shion?
No, she is absolutely correct. I shall speak no more of my misgivings.
Mahag Sar. That makes 4 out of the 5 realms that I've visited now.
I wonder what kind of lord we're gonna find there.
It doesn't matter. They try to get in our way. We'll take them down.
This will be a delicious piece of cake!
Whirlwind
Rising Phoenix!
Healing circle!
Okay, here I go.
Take this!
Talon Hurricane!
Far enough!
Eagle Blast!
Be still! Not today!
A charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop it.
We managed to pull through.
Right, here goes! Megasonic Thrust!
Whirlwind
Lightning
Snap!
Thrust!
Corruption! Let the marksman handle this.
Here!
Watch it!
Gemini Aqua!
I'll take you all on!
Storm!
Megasonic Thrust!
Rocket Shout!
Lightning Thrust! Mirage! Here!
I really owe you one.
I'll stop its charge!
Thanks, Kisara!
Okay, here I go.
Ready and ready.
Dazzle!
Do
Mirage!
it! Light
Lightning
Thrust!
Thrust!
This is barely target practice.
Then why bother fighting them?
Because I certainly won't run away from a battle. What could this be?
Maybe something's going on in the forest. This will be a delicious piece of cake!
I'll smash you!
The earth throbs in pain.
Not on my watch! I'm really getting started! Do it!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone! Far enough! Air thrust!
The heavens must be smiling.
A fish! You saw it!
I didn't realize there was a pond here.
Yeah, this is Taka Pond. And it happened to have saved my life once upon a time.
What do you mean?
As a kid, I survived life under the past lords by escaping here when I needed to. It's terrible to swim in, but great for catching a bite for dinner away from Renin eyes.
Bear in mind, our rations back then weren't enough to live off of. You had to take matters into your own hands if you wanted enough food to survive.
But how did you catch them? With your bare hands?
That might take a while. Fish are prone to swim away at the first sign of trouble.
I'd put bait or a lure on a line and use it with a fishing rod.
You must not be familiar with fishing if this sounds new to you. Here, let me show you how it's done. Now, where might those fish be? Yeah! All right. I'll catch something bigger next time.
Nice work!
Reel it in. Well, it's not bad, per se.
Nice work!
All right. Well, that wasn't much of a challenge.
Nice! You caught it!
Ha! All right. That's a bit of a letdown.
Maybe you could keep it as a pet.
All right. Well, that wasn't much of a challenge.
Nice! You caught it!
Ha! There we go. Well, it's not bad, per se.
You take your fishing pretty seriously.
Reel it in. Well, that wasn't much of a challenge.
You sure know what you're doing.
I've got something. Good fishers always keep their cool. I've got something. Anybody could reel in that.
You sure know what you're doing.
All right. Anybody could reel in that.
Not too shabby, friend.
All right, once more from the top. Ha! Could it be? That was disappointing. Reel it in. I'll catch something bigger next time.
Could have been worse. At least you caught something.
Yeah! Okay, change of plans. All right. I'll catch something bigger next time.
You take your fishing pretty seriously.
Ha! I've got something. Dagnabbit! It got away. All right, once more from the top. Time to try a different spot. All right. Well, it's not bad, per se.
Could have been worse. At least you caught something.
All right. Anybody could reel in that.
Guess it's important to stay calm.
Reel it in. Anybody could reel in that.
Not too shabby, friend.
There we go. I'll catch something bigger next time.
Nice work!
I've got something. I'll let you go this time. Yeah! Reel it in. Anybody could reel in that.
That went pretty well.
There we go. I'll let you go this time. Ha! All right. Boy, that's a bit of a letdown.
Could have been worse. At least you caught something.
All right. Well, it's not bad, per se.
Nice work!
Yeah! All right. It got away. Yeah! Time to try a different spot. I've got something. Good fishers always keep their cool. And that's all there is to it.
Wow. It seems like you need to have good reflexes to catch anything. I don't know if it's really for me. Kisara? I think I've seen enough.
Oh, sorry. I guess I'm just in my own little world when I go fishing.
Looks like we're going to be here for a while.
That's how fishing goes. You wait for a bite, and then the real battle begins.
Miguel told me that different fish live in different regions, and you have to pick the right rod and lure for what you're hoping to catch.
But that doesn't change the fact it's a giant time sink.
Of course, each fish has its own unique flavor, too. And some of them are supposed to be extremely delicious.
When you put it like that, maybe it's worth me trying my hand at fishing after all.
You're just in it for the food.
I was hoping we'd get to fish during our travels. And it just so happens I made sure to grab my brother's old rod before I left Vicente. So, if you ever feel like fishing when we've got a little downtime, just let me know.
Good to hear. Thanks for showing us.
Okay!
I'm always amazed what healing arts can do.
Just doing my job. No need to thank me. I hate camping out.
Hey. Is it just me, or have those two barely spoken a single word to one another?
I know, right? But after everything that happened with Miguel, is it really any wonder?
Kinda puts a damper on the whole journey though, huh? How long do you think they're gonna keep this up?
If it bothers you that much, why don't you ask them?
Why do I have to ask?
How come you walk together like that?
She really doesn't beat around the bush.
You mean Kisara and myself?
You hadn't noticed? You've been practically joined at the hip ever since we left Vicente.
I guess it's force of habit, most likely. I was always ready to protect him, should the need arise. It sort of came with the job description.
Right. From being in the Elder Menancia Guard. Although, Dohalim's pretty capable of defending himself, isn't he?
Having guards doesn't necessarily mean the one being guarded is weak. No one's perfect all the time.
Even so, it's not like they're entirely wrong, Kisara. You're no longer in my employ, after all.
I don't know. I mean, if it's what she's used to and you're both comfortable with it, then who are we to judge?
But she doesn't serve him anymore. It isn't normal for her to keep following him around like she still does.
You know, she's probably right. And a lot has changed over the last few days. I guess it wouldn't hurt to rethink our relationship in light of the new circumstances. Perhaps I'll give it some thought after all. Does that sound all right by you?
Of course.
You might want to stop asking his permission for every little thing while you're at it.
Sorry. It's not that easy, shaking off old habits. I'll probably need a little time to get fully used to it. I've noticed that sometimes we come across enemies who fight like you, and try to dodge our attacks at the last second.
I hate those guys. I can get some hits in when they move into attack, but otherwise they slip past damn near everything else I throw at them.
If what you're seeking is a way to more reliably hit them, there is a solution.
Try to outclass them on reflexes?
I possess the ability to command Earth elemental beings to some extent. They emerge as the land itself and take root on my command. They will swiftly bind the enemies, at which point you can dispatch them.
Huh?
What he means is that he can make plants grow to hold the enemies in place. At least I think that's probably what he's saying.
I'm glad at least one of us understands him. So basically, if we find an enemy that likes to dodge, we should let Dohalim handle it.
I shall do what I can within my modest means to help.
Why are you looking at me like that?
That armor you wear is standard issue for the Menancian Guard, right?
Originally, I've added some flair to it in a lot of places.
I noticed, especially with that open back.
We guardsmen pride ourselves on never showing our back to our enemies. It's my way of making myself live up to that. Plus, it makes it that much lighter and easier to maintain.
Dohalim, do you have anything to say about this?
Every guardsman is allowed to wear their armor as they see fit.
And you, La?
Huh? Why are you asking me?
Thanks for waiting. Eat as much as you like.
Mind if I join you, Law?
Oh, hey, Alphen. What's up?
Nothing. I was just surprised to see you weren't training for once. Got a stomachache or something?
You know I don't literally train around the clock, right? I do take breaks.
Do you? It seems like you're training every chance you get.
Well, yeah, it can't be helped if I want to get stronger. Still, it's important to let your muscles rest every now and then. That's what my dad told me.
Zephyr said that?
When I was a little kid, yeah. I would get so excited whenever he came home. I always followed him wherever he went and tried to learn as much from him as I could. He said, it's good to be passionate, but don't overdo it. Just like there are times when you want to take a break from studying, sometimes your body wants to take a break from training, too. I was always rushing around and forgetting to rest, so he ended up telling me that a lot.
That definitely sounds like him.
It's nothing to get sad over. Still, I can't help but wonder if that was my dad's way of teaching me the dangers of rushing into things too quickly. Then again, maybe I'm just overthinking things. I wish I'd had more time to talk to him about this kind of stuff. See you guys tomorrow. I feel pretty refreshed after that sleep. I'm getting pretty hungry.
Want to sit down and fix something?
Yep, the sooner the better.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
I just noticed none of you other Danans have spirit cores. Why is that?
Both of my parents were part of the resistance in Calaglia. In fact, my birth was kept a secret from the Renans.
Mine too. We always lived in hiding, so I never had a spirit core embedded in me like I was supposed to.
What about you, Alphen? You were a slave in Calaglia before all this, weren't you?
To be completely honest, I'm not sure why I don't have one. All the other Danan slaves around me did. I was the only exception. They tended to keep their distance from me to avoid attracting any attention from the soldiers, because of my mask and all. What about you, Kisara? Do you still have your spirit core?
No. I was able to find a good Renan doctor who's sympathetic to our kind, and had them remove it before I left. They did such a great job, the procedure didn't even leave a scar.
One of the benefits of coexistence, huh?
I know that once the spirit vessel was shut down, there wasn't much need for me to hurry. But still, I didn't like having that mark of servitude lingering on me any longer than I had to. It may sound a little strange to hear me say this, but I'm just me now. Not a guardsman or a slave. I'm my own woman, and this is my chance to have a new beginning.
This sure is one rugged road. You'd think they'd keep this at least a little better maintained, right?
Why spend energy fixing that which is rarely used? Repairs require time and effort, which in our world means slaves, often in great numbers. For you, it may be a simple request, but that can quickly become another's difficult burden. Nobody gains anything without someone expending effort.
And you know, somehow that someone always ends up being a Danan, while the Renans are the ones who gain.
True enough. Ideally, in a perfect world, I think it's only fair that the ones who need it should be the ones to perform the work.
However, when doing so could be dangerous like it is here, there are many who would prefer that it be others who risk their lives in their stead.
So, what you're saying is that people will just put up with the inconvenience until someone else comes along to fix it for them?
Indeed. And it is those who can no longer bear that feeling that inevitably take action. Much like the Danans in our group do so now. As strange as it may be to hear such a thing from the likes of myself.
It's true that most of the Danans in Calaglia have been resigned to just accepting things as they are. Still, we can't just blame them for...
What are you making that face for? You're not worn out already, are you?
Nah, just regretting I ever said anything in the first place.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Eat this! I owe you one!
Glacial Spear!
Rising Phoenix!
I'm not so good with airborne targets.
You got fired!
I've got this! Let a marksman handle it.
All yours! Come and Face me! This one's all mine! Burn! I'll finish you here and now! Be still! Mirage!
Here's a healing art! First aid!
I owe you more!
Take it!
Be still! Mirage! Megasonic!
I can handle it! Mega Ray! Lightning condemned! Where are you going? I'm on it! Do it!
Wow! Look what I just found.
All right. There's nowhere to run from my heart.
When he slows down, that's our chance!
Mega Ray! It's like trying to keep up with a wolf! Lunar corruption!
Take this!
By the power of water!
I'll finish you here and now!
Photon dance in the wind!
Prepare to be seen!
Air thrust! Radiant photon flash!
Hurricane! Rip and tear!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah! And tumbling to me!
Lightning condemned! Thunder! Reload!
Eagle dive!
Throbs in pain.
Rolling snap!
Glacial spear! Pierce evil!
Take this!
Freeze lancer! Tempest blow! Like Niagara the shadow!
It's time.
I'm all stuffed up! Annihilation!
First strike!
Chinese
In a
supernova!
bind! I'll tear you apart!
It's over!
Be still!
You require a hand.
Into the
Megasonic thrust! First strike! Be
Like
still!
Astral
Rising Phoenix!
Air thrust!
Be still! Rising Phoenix!
Dance in the wind! Speak now!
Megasonic thrust! Try this! Explosive ring!
Wind astral energy!
Here! I'm on it! Try this! Explosive ring! We did it!
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
Do it!
River!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Got some interesting moves there, Dohalim. I'm glad you're on our side.
I'm simply glad to hear that I can make myself useful to you all. Huh?
What's wrong?
We seem to have come across some rather unusual objects.
What, you mean that pile of garbage?
No mere garbage, I assure you. Still, I've never seen anything shaped like it before. I'm intrigued.
Are you curious about this stuff, Rinwell?
Yeah. I think he might have found some old Danon relics. They look like the remains of a bunch of objects that disappeared after the Renans first invaded.
And yet here I am, holding them without so much as a second thought. I imagine this sight must be unsettling to you.
Not really, just that it must be nice to be a Renan who has time to indulge in stuff like that, unlike the rest of us.
Are you interested in this stuff too, Dohalim?
Charmed may be a better turn of phrase. I simply love objects that can give me a sense of what their maker was thinking, the history that went into their creation. You see, we Renans have hardly any such objects that trace back to our distant past.
I still don't understand what you two find so intriguing about it, though.
Why not? We're talking about our own culture here.
I get that, but it's not like this stuff is any use now, does it? It's just old. Real old.
Oh, but it does. Holding it in your hands like this, one can feel and engage with the distant past in a way no history book can ever accomplish.
I'll take your word for it. Well, seeing as it's Danon history, just make sure you're careful with it. All right, Dohalim?
But of course. That treasure. What a sweet-sounding ring it has.
You really think so?
A hard-won victory.
Visibility along this path will remain limited for some time. Take care not to get ambushed.
I'm surprised you know the terrain here so well. Lords don't strike me as having much time for wandering in the woods.
Sometimes I would take strolls along here when I wished to be alone.
You always did have a bad habit of disappearing without telling any of us guardsmen.
I've got a really bad feeling about this.
Be still! Rising Phoenix! Here!
I'm surrounded!
Time to let it rip!
I'm ready! Healing
Try this!
Fine freak! Why can't they just
Prepare to get
still?
seized.
These
Can you
enemies
take care of
aren't
them?
to me! No sooner said than done!
No complaints here.
Lightning line! Whoa! Will this
No
help?
further!
Photon flash!
Be still!
Healing through!
I owe you one.
I'm sorry to be a bother.
We've all got enough.
Neon! Astral energy! Full throttle! Go! Dragon shell!
Megasonic Club!
Flame of
This one's
fury!
all mine!
Burning
Eat
strike!
dirt!
Lightning orb!
Glacial spear.
Here's the evil! This one's mine!
Be still! Rising Phoenix!
Now! Still! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that thing.
Yes, my lady?
Something you wanted to say?
Explosive ring!
I need to be stronger. I have a bad feeling about this.
Swallow blade!
Radiant Blast! Fall into darkness!
Airborne beast. My spec.
Pesky airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
So much for sitting this fight out.
That wouldn't be a complaint.
Nope, that is silly. I'll smash you! What's this?
It's on!
Can't get out of this!
Astral energy! Full throttle! Into the wind!
Dragon shell!
Surrounding us! Radiant
Lightning thrust!
Searing
Dazzle!
Rip it
You're
tear!
on!
Flame of fury!
Dazzle!
Burning
You're
strike!
on!
Let's get you off.
Dragon
Here
shell!
goes! Not in your dreams!
Do it!
Dazzle!
Neon! Astral energy! Full throttle!
Wow, that was a nice move there.
I know, right? Bet you couldn't do it.
So it's a grab here, thrust the left leg, then use the right arm to leverage over...
Stop memorizing my move!
It's so hilly around here. I can feel my feet getting blisters.
That's mountain hiking for...
No holding back!
Be still!
This'll be a piece of cake!
You picked the wrong fight!
Where are you going? Thunderblast!
Lightning thrust! Rising Phoenix!
Searing flame! Reload! Lightning orb!
The enemy wheels are split.
Redwell! Astral energy! Full throttle! Go!
Be still! You're on!
Nothing tear!
I guess you have to pieces now and again.
Told ya! Lies aren't stuff!
You're not like that
Now
all
I'm
the time.
real mad!
Right there! This one's mine!
I owe you one!
In here!
Lightning thrust!
Take this!
Glacial spear! Here's the evil! This one's got your name on it!
Action to action.
Hit!
Lightning thrust!
Alright!
You're on!
Return! Spray!
Not
Head
today!
to the wind!
Be still!
Astral energy! Full throttle! Go!
I can feel my power growing! finish you! Eat this!
Radiant
No
Blast!
further!
Here!
I'll tear you apart! Talon Sword!
Blaze of fear! Pierce evil! Not in your dreams!
Lightning Thrust! You're on!
Freeze Laser!
Dazzle!
Dance in the
on!
wind! Air thrust! Here I go! Light Astral
Double
Radiant!
All finish you
That's
here
my
and
cue!
now! Shut him down! Dazzle! You're on! Eat this! Lightning Thrust! You're on! Be still!
It's mine!
Glimmer Dragon! Lightning Thrust!
Light Astral Dance in the wind! Lunar Air thrust!
Not today!
Raging This one's mine!
First strike! Talon Hurricane! Do it! Kisara! Commander of Heaven! Phoenix Cyclone!
There's more where that came from. No holding back.
This will be a piece of cake! Lightning Thrust! Rising Phoenix!
Here's a healing art!
I'm on it! Can't get out of spit!
Photon Flash! Dance in the wind!
Can't move!
Wait now, I'm all stuffed up. I'll be saving this one!
Anything in armor is all mine!
Hey, when did I get so popular?
Back from death to
What's this?
Gale Force! Bring some
We're still that's what this team can do.
I'm not done yet! Damn it! It's too fast! Stand back! I'll trip it up!
Why'd you heal me?
Is that O'Brien?
Dazzle! Hurricane!
Here,
You're on!
rip and tear! Primed and ready! Chinese Where are you going?
Mega Fist one's all mine! Ignite! You're on! Dazzle! You're on! Take this! Be still!
Astral energy.
Say no more! Shut!
Well done.
Be still! You're on!
Nothing gets by me!
Okay.
Far enough!
Be still! Dazzle! Be still! You're on!
I'm on it! Burning Dance in the wind! Talon Hurricane!
On my watch.
Eat dirt!
We're thinning them out.
More like me.
Now admit I'm impressed. Very slick.
Go for it!
Prepare to crumble.
With this, I can become even stronger. More Danon runes here too, I see.
What were people even thinking back then? Trying to build anything around here.
Maybe they just had that much time and energy on their hands.
What could this be?
I sure have built up a sweat with this hike.
Rest assured, we've reached the top. It's all downhill from here, quite literally.
So, Hogsar's just up ahead then?
Indeed. If you look, across this mountain is...
I have a bad feeling about this.
Armor won't save you!
I'm on it! Be still!
I'm like bait to them.
Hurricane! Be still!
Evil God! Talon Sword!
Here,
Swallow Blade!
First aid!
Slash!
Lightning Orb! Dance in the wind! Air
Dragon Shell! Dazzle!
It's time!
Megasonic Thrust! Pierce! Rip and tear!
Ready to go! Raging Storm!
Be still!
Where are you going?
You're on! Swallow Blade! Slash! Eat this!
Here's the Dance in the wind!
this ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that thing.
Yes, my lady?
Something you wanted to say?
Eagle Fly! Rolling Megasonic Thrust! Do it!
Do believe!
All yours, Kisara!
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
I've got a really bad feeling about this.
In a bind? Lightning thrust! Try this on for size!
Come on! Here!
Lightning thrust!
Get into the wind! Air! Our expert coming
Castle!
through!
Eat this!
I can't hold on much longer. Don't mind if I do.
There you go. I feel like me.
Did you just feel me?
Smash you!
I need you, remember?
Right.
Megasonic thrust!
If it's in the sky, it's
Swirl
mine.
blade! You picked the wrong fight!
Fight it! Into the shadows!
Feel!
Go kill
Here I
it!
come!
Death! Watch
Move
the
around him! Rising Phoenix! I'm on it! Lightning thrust!
My concentration is dwindling. Perhaps I'm tired.
There!
What's this place here? Some kind of old house?
I don't know about that. If I had to guess, it probably served as some kind of shrine.
So it's still a house, in a sense. Just for a god.
This looks nice and tough.
We should think about eating soon.
Really? Not all that hungry myself.
Don't make me say it again.
Yeah, good idea.
Great, now I'm hurt and dirty.
Through these lands most verdant green, my eyes alight for sights unseen. In Menancia, pure and pristine.
What is it you see exactly?
That's not for me to say.
Still thinking about how to act around Dohalim?
That obvious, huh? Except I don't think I'll be changing much after all. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to stay his servant. However, I am going to treat him like a fellow comrade, the same way I would with you or anyone else. For as long as I can remember, I've spent my life protecting others. But isn't that what friends do too? Support and protect one another in times of need?
Which in the end pretty much means doing as you've always done, right? If that's what you're most comfortable with, I'm certainly not going to give you any grief over it.
Actually, I've been thinking about how I ought to act around you all as well.
Oh?
When I set out on this journey, it was to rid Menancia of its enemies and search for wisdom in the outside world. Wisdom that I could potentially put to use on my return. I'm grateful to you all for letting me tag along. But it got me thinking, what am I actually contributing by being here?
What are you talking about? You know how to hold a weapon, don't you? That's help enough.
Is it though? Sometimes I wish there was more I could be doing to pull my...
Oops, sorry about that. Jeez, I'm famished.
Now that you mention it, what do you guys normally do for food and meals when you're out and about on your travels?
What do you mean, what do we do? We find stuff to eat and eat it. So long as it's meat, I'm not fussy.
Eating what you like can be good for morale in the short term, but you need to think about your diet if you want to stay healthy.
Does that mean eating vegetables too?
Isn't that obvious?
It does, which I guess hasn't been happening up till now.
Yeah, to be honest, we could be eating better than we do.
Understood. In that case, I'll just have to make sure you're all staying healthy and eating right myself. Fortunately, I happen to know a thing or two about cooking as well.
You hear that, Law? Sounds like you'll be eating your greens after all.
What is it?
No, sorry, it's just... I was just wondering if you had any thoughts on all this.
It will do her good to have a project.
No, not Kisara. I meant you. Was there anything you wanted to add?
Me? Certainly you're not looking to me for culinary skill, I hope.
Typical Renan, leaving everything to someone else.
Rinwell, I don't think...
That said, should you need my skills on the battlefield, please rest assured I have no intention of shirking my responsibilities, regardless of who we may face.
I'm sure no one doubts that. Listen, guys, if we're traveling together, we should probably at least try to make an effort to get to know one another, don't you think?
I wouldn't get your expectations too high in that regard. Believe it or not, sometimes I'm not sure I even know myself all that well.
Something wrong? You look like you're deep in thought.
Not exactly. I was merely thinking about you two and your sense of etiquette.
Oh?
Etiquette?
Indeed. To be quite frank, I find your lack of manners to be nigh intolerable.
That's not being frank, that's being and forget it. Do we really need to talk about this now?
Yes. I find such impropriety on your parts to be deeply unsettling. It concerns me greatly.
What do you want us to do? We were slaves. We never got to learn how to be proper like you.
Yeah, what he said. Maybe you missed how we were just focused on surviving.
Perhaps, but Kisara here demonstrates that it's quite possible for a Denon to learn proper manners.
That's because I was given the opportunity to learn. Moreover, my duties as a guardsman required it. Not every realm is like Menancia, as you well know.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair to hold us to some other city standards.
Exactly. You've got to remember what it's been like for us living under the Rena elsewhere.
I will concede that you do indeed make a valid point. It would appear, for all my espousing the virtues of equality between our peoples, I was still looking down on the two of you.
You don't need to beat yourself up. I wasn't that offended by what you said, man.
Nevertheless, I shall mind my words from here on out. Having said that, I do believe you two would still benefit from learning the basics of proper society. I would be more than happy to teach you both when we camp out, if you like.
Yeah, no, I'll pass. Acting all prim and proper isn't really my style.
If you say so. How about you, Law? Would you like to learn? Although I suppose my first task is to reform your attitude toward the idea of good etiquette.
You're not gonna let this go, are you?
You finally made it.
Oh!
How's...
Thanks. I was wondering why she'd gone quiet. She's still eating.
That was quite the little adventure we went on.
Catching a cold? Here, have this herb I found earlier.
I'm fine, thanks.
You see anybody around here who could use our help?
We can't chase after every...
Hello.
Huh.
He's...
Right!
I'd steer clear of that Zoogle if I were you.
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out.
I never miss!
Rip and tear!
Be still!
Go for the weak point! Jill! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that vein.
Yes, my lady?
Something you wanted to say?
Can't get out of this!
Here we go!
Ride the thick one's all mine! Ignite!
First strike! Talent form!
Be still!
There you go! Don't let up!
Be still! Mirage!
Blow away!
Be still!
Circle!
Mirage!
Ready! Back into
Why'd you heal me?
To stop you dying?
Smash you!
Right.
Dazzle! I'm on Rising Phoenix! Eat this! Flaming Thrust! First Strike! Ripid Tear! Megasonic Thrust! Flaming Thrust! Talon Hurricane!
Now we're never.
I'm on it! Take this! Talon Hurricane! Be still! Mirage! Be still!
Glacial Spear!
I'm on it!
Whirling
Snap!
Snap!
Flaming Thrust!
I never miss!
Crumble! Mirage!
Air Thrust!
Hit dog! Ignite!
Leap
Hurricane!
Lightning!
Mirage!
I'm impressed.
Flaming Thrust! First Strike!
Here I come!
Not my finest! You'll pay for
Mega Ray! By the power of water! Swallows you! I'll heal you all!
Be still!
I can't hold on much
Now I
longer!
can let loose!
Hear me! Flame of water!
Now I can let loose!
Get on in there with the others! Not in your dreams!
Be still!
Freeze it! Photon Blast! Up and at it!
Prepare to be seen!
Here it is!
In a bind!
Here we go again! Power of water! Annihilation field! I'm all stuffed up! Photon Blast! Annihilation! Light Annihilation! Raging Cascade!
Now you see what I can do! Not today!
This one's mine!
I'm on it! Lightning Thrust! Mirage! Be still! Mirage!
Now! Ringwell! Frozen!
Hammer!
Glacial Spear! Here's the evil!
Lightning Thrust! Mirage! Be still! Mirage!
I've let you all down.
Stay away from my friend!
Did you just heal me?
Yes. We need you, remember?
Right.
Here goes!
Lightning Thrust!
Not on my watch!
Mirage! Be still!
Raging Storm!
The enemy is going all out!
Prepare to be sealed, O fleet of foot. Actually, perhaps bound is more appropriate.
Let's talk more doing!
Get out of sight!
Lunar Corruption!
This one's all mine! Glimmer Flagging! I'm on it!
Thunder Field!
This you! Not now, not ever! Burn! Megasonic Thrust! Eagle's Eye! Megasonic Thrust! Pierce! Megasonic Thrust! Eat this! No time! I'll smash you!
Let the marksman handle this!
No! Can't end here!
Sonic Punch! Dance in the wind! Air Thrust!
I'm gonna need more. I'll tear you apart! This should do it!
Lightning to
It's
death!
time.
Healing Darkness!
Is overconfident. I hope this satisfies.
Raging Cascade!
Try harder!
You're sealed!
I'm on it!
Get on in there!
In a bind?
It's pinned down.
You need?
Talon Hurricane! Mirage!
Thank you.
Falling behind.
Looks like this one's
You
mine!
picked the wrong like hell it is. Dazzle! Mirage! Be still!
Raging Storm! I'll bring you back. Tempest Whirl!
Try harder!
Light Astral
Lightning
Energy!
Thrust! Mirage! Lightning Thrust!
I'm only
Mirage!
getting started! Tempest Whirl! Flawless Light! Radiant Field!
Lightning
You're going
Thrust!
all out!
Mirage!
Lunar Corruption!
Take this!
By the
In a
power of
bind?
water! Mega Ray! Raging Storm!
I'll tear you apart!
He's in the
Be
sky!
Move!
Andy.
There!
Lightning orb! Whoa! Hey, one at a time! I can't lose. And again! Here goes! Hands in the wind! Reload!
You're on!
Air
Blade
thrust!
thrust!
Cover the
You're
sword!
on!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Knowing when we're in too deep is necessary to survive.
We may tend to push ourselves a little too hard.
Good. That was quite the little adventure we went on.
Are you just going to keep standing around or what?
Sorry, I'm just getting prepped over here. I wonder if something happened.
You okay? Yeah! Oh, here we go!
You see anybody around here who could use our help?
We can't...
Right.
Excuse...
Well,
We finally made it.
We should be able to cook here.
Better rest up while we can.
Dohalim, your spare bracers were getting dirty, so I polished them up along with the rest of your equipment.
Why, thank you, Kisara. I greatly appreciate that.
Maybe it's just my imagination, but you sure seem to fuss over Dohalim a whole lot, Kisara.
It is a little strange. Almost like you're still in his service.
Really? That's certainly not my intention. Besides, he's not the only one I'm like that with. Hey, Law, I saw your clothes were starting to get holes in them, so I stitched them back up for you.
Oh, wow. Thanks, Kisara.
Point taken. Do you just like looking after people?
I wouldn't go so far as to say I like it, but I get anxious if I don't. I'd always like to help if I can. It comes naturally to me. Back in the day, Miguel and I used to look after the younger kids a lot, so that's probably where it comes from. He taught me everything I know, and I mean everything. How to cook with wild plants, how to sew clothes so they'll last. Without him, we never would have been able to survive.
However, you're not a lord anymore, Dohalim. You need to get used to the idea that people aren't just going to wait on you hand and foot.
Yes, you're absolutely right. I'm ashamed to admit that I felt no qualms about her doing all that for me. As both a Renan and especially as a lord, one becomes too accustomed to those beneath you tending to your every need, both Renans and Danans alike.
Sure, that's how all you Renans are probably raised. But just to be clear, we're not your servants, Dohalim. Got that?
Absolutely. Moments such as this provide me with ample opportunity to confront my unease. It is difficult to tend with my own motivations.
What do you mean?
The truth of the matter is that my espousal of coexistence in Menancia hardly came from an idealistic place. That instinctive unease I feel deep within serves as a reminder for what it is that all of us here fight for.
Don't be so hard on yourself. No one's going to abandon you if you aren't always perfect.
Looking at her now, I think she's more like his mom than his servant. This is perfect! I'll have everybody's mouths watering when they see this!
I'll see you again tomorrow. Well, off we go.
Did we really just spend that much money?
We've reached our destination.
Now where might those fish be? Hup. There we go. I'll get you next time. Ha! All right, once more from the top. I've got something. Dagnabbit! It got away. There we go. I'll get you next time. I've got something. Good fishers always keep their cool. There we go. We can get a good meal out of this fella.
I can't believe you caught that with a rod. Amazing.
There we go. I'll let you go this time.